Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 22 and it is time for our season 2009 with Marco Melandri at the helm. It's time for the Italian GP of Mugello. So starting off on the third row in 7th position, we're waiting for the lights to go out and away we go, and feast your eyes to the bottom right hand corner of the screen. We're on power setting 1 and that's how this challenge is going to be, because this is going to be a nightmare start. We're dropping positions rapidly, but now around the outside of the competition we're up into 3rd place. That's 13th to 3rd in one corner. Not bad effort if I do say so myself. Valentino Rossi got the dream start here in Italy. The fans will be going berserk as they say "Scisciamo" to everyone because they know Valentino Rossi is leading the way. Going to try and go hard on the brakes into Pedrosa and chase down the eventual 9 times world champion. Of course, we're rewriting history in our championship mode right now as Valentino is in the lead. Marco Melandri wants the victory and he also wants a world championship to add to his tally in the majority of his Grand Prix career. But now into Arrabbiata 1 and Arrabbiata 2, two very fast corners to contend with. This is where I feel rather strong though. Onto the brakes in a moment's time, into Scarperia, very difficult section of track, but if you get it right, you can really close down on the AI. The AI is at 120% difficulty as we just cut the corner there as a small moment. So we are up against it in terms of competition. Now, of course, the AI in MotoGP, yes, it's not the strongest, but add the challenge of power setting 1 and it makes things very, very different. Into Biandetti 1 and 2 for the first time of asking of today's video, and you can see we have closed up to Valentino Rossi, at this point the 8 times world champion. Into Bacine for the left hand side for 15. Now this is very important now. How much speed are we going to lose by being stuck on power setting 1? There's Valentino Rossi. He's still there. He's that blip on the screen that's getting further and further away. That's the challenge that we've got to contend with, but I'm more than happy to try it as we go extremely late on the brakes into San Donato. Pedrosa still behind us. He's around 3.5, 4, 5 tenths of a second. We're not losing him. The Repsol Honda man's still there as we now move into Poggio Secco for the second time of asking. Valentino Rossi's still there, but to be honest with you guys, I know it might look difficult at this point because we're not leading the way, but this is how I like it. To be the hunter, to be the chaser, to be the person in pursuit. That's what I prefer, that's what I enjoy the most. Use them as the reference, let them do all the donkey work. Why should I have to lead the race? Let me chase them down, that's how I tend to prefer it, and that's the way we're going to be doing it for the next couple of laps, unless we get really close and we're able to chuck a lunge. But for now, I'm quite content with where we are. And of course, Valentino Rossi winning in Mugello, who else would it be to be perfect for? Of course it'd be the Doctor. Let him win. But back to the action. Pedrosa behind us, he's cut the gap to about 10.5, and unfortunately, whilst I was chatting away there, it does look like Rossi has pulled the pin. He is going to make this extremely difficult for us to chase him down. Something that doesn't come unexpected, does it? Of course it doesn't. It's Valentino Rossi, it's Mugello, he wants to win. I want him to win. We all want him to win. But back onto the brakes into Bacine then for the second time. Trying a deeper, wider line here to then bring on the power. Might work for the Hondas. I was hoping it would work for the Kawasaki. Must be a Japanese manufacturer thing. But at the same time, didn't see the Yamaha doing it at Valentino Rossi. He is the fastest man on circuit. A 1:45.963. Compare that with my lap time, that is a whole second quicker than Melandri in second. He has got the hammer down. Valentino Rossi is looking like a victory contender in Mugello right now. The fans are loving it. I can see yellow flags out there. Of course, the yellow army in full effect in the grandstands here in Mugello. Not back into Materassi for turn 4. Pedrosa still behind us. Small mistake going into the Borgo San Lorenzo corner. Wanted to go for that tighter apex, but I'll be honest, I didn't really have the confidence for it. I'm not fully to grips with the DualSense controller on PC yet. I'm still finding my feet, and I guess that's evident in my performance here today. In the qualifying, I did use power setting 3, and I felt confident, but not particularly competitive. But now we've jumped into the race, somewhere I usually shine. I'm having a tough time. It's not so easy to keep up with Valentino, and of course, if you are enjoying the content, guys, and you want to see more content just like this, I would implore you to hit the subscribe button. It does help out the channel, and of course it keeps you inundated with great MotoGP and other bike game content. So yeah, if you're a fan, definitely hit that subscribe button. It helps me out and it helps you out too. What a great combination that is. So out of Biandetti 2, the number 3, Danny Pedrosa, of course, synonymous with the number 26. He did go through a streak where he would change the number of his bike to the position he finished in the championship. I'm glad he doesn't do that anymore. Well, at least he stopped doing it at the very least. Because I guess every other year it would have been 2, 3 or 4. Oh, God bless. Pedrosa not a world champion in MotoGP, but he is in the smaller category, so never discredit the very small Spaniard. Went into the right-hand side for San Donato. I did expect to see that orange Repsol Honda coming through, but it's still not decided to go for a lunge yet. Still making me sweat. As Pedrosa piling on the pressure. Valentino Rossi looks like to have this one signed, sealed and delivered. Could that be a commentary curse? I guess we'll find out as Pedrosa... Oh, he tempted it. He really decided to show me a front wheel into Borgo San Lorenzo. He knows I made a mistake there last time. He smells blood. And it's certainly the blood of an Italian. It's not Rossi, it's Marco Melandri. Italians are going to get a 1-2 performance if I can stay here. But it's a lot to ask for on the Kawasaki. It's a lot to ask for against the 120% difficulty AI. And it's also... Oh, that's a moment and a half getting caught on the rumble strip. But it's also a lot to ask of a person playing on power setting 1 in a track like Mugello. Look at the length of that start and finish straight. With power setting 1, I'm probably losing a second there as it is. So I need to have some pretty stellar performances around the middle parts of Mugello. But even then, they're all fast-flowing corners. It's not something I can contend with power setting 1. The Repsol Honda right in pursuit now. We fought off Stoner last time, or at least we tried to fight him. And there he is in 4th place. He might be looking to get involved. Judging by the graphic in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen on the map, I think there's quite a few riders behind us. Trying to move out to the left-hand side now to avoid Pedrosa taking my slipstream. We're actually going slower. We're trending backwards here into the 147s. Not ideal as we go into San Donato. That's a mistake again into the first corner. Pedrosa's still not through though. Like Pedrosa in real life, lacking that aggression, that forthcoming nature to get through. I've seen Pedrosa be dangerous in the past, but this time he seems to be taking it rather smart and calculated. I guess you can take risks at the early stage of the season, but Pedrosa not doing it as of yet. But we'll see what happens. Could be a commentary curse for him as well. Considering the amount of crashes we had in Motegi, I'm surprised there's not been more in this one. I've not seen the yellow flag appear that many times. So pretty safe stuff so far. But a quick recap of the top 8, ladies and gentlemen. Rossi leading the way from Melandri in 2nd, which is us. Pedrosa in 3rd with Stoner, Caparossi, Hayden, Elias and Jorge Lorenzo down there in 8th spot. That's as far as we can see right now as Pedrosa goes for the lunge. He's tempting fate into Scarperia. It's a difficult corner to get right. I mentioned it earlier. I felt like I had it right, but of course Pedrosa coming through makes things difficult. He wants to get through by Pelagio, doesn't he? And then into Carantaio, back into Biandetti 1 and 2. This is a challenge. This is really difficult. I will not lie to you. I'm pushing as much as I can here. And I really feel like I'm making mistakes in some of these sharper braking corners. Deep into Bacine again. I think it does help, though, to go for that V-shaped line. Similar to the Honda behind, he's going to have the great line here. Less than 0.2 of a second. It's less than a tenth. We should be seeing the orange blur. There he is. The Repsol Honda man, is he through? He's not. Desperate to hold him back early on the brakes to go for the tight apex into San Donato. The penultimate lap yielded a move from Pedrosa. What does the final lap yield? What is going to be happening in this final lap of the Italian GP? I guess there's only one way to find out. Goodness me. Another 10, 11 corners to go. Valentino Rossi's got this one done and dusted. no issue for the 9 times world champion. He's loved it. He's going to be finishing on the top step, no doubt, unless something happens, which I don't know. He doesn't look like it. He seems so... Oh, that's wide into Savelli. That's a big mistake. Pedrosa's come through. We go into Arrabbiata 1 now. We're dropping down to 3rd. It's not the end of the world, but my goodness, Caparossi's not too far behind either. There is Pedrosa ahead of us. I'm going to try and get through into Scarperia. Pedrosa has a big wheelie there as a matter of fact. Oh, going sideways! No! Oh, we're down. That's it. It all came to one moment. I don't know where Pedrosa went, but it looks like Pedrosa went down as well. Oh, that's a shocker. That is an absolute shocker, and I take full responsibility for that. Just too hard, too aggressive on the brake, and unfortunately that has ended our Mugello Grand Prix about 5 corners prematurely. Well, after a massive blunder into Scarperia, that ends our Italian GP, but it ends the Italian GP for everyone else because Valentino Rossi is on the top step. They had another Italian on the podium, but this time it's in the form of Loris Capirossi, who finished in 2nd, and Casey Stoner finishes on the podium, the only rider with a 100% podium streak so far by round 3. Look at the championship standings, and yeah, we dropped down by 2 positions, gaining no points for us, nil points for Marco Melandri, so unfortunately down to 5th. Stoner leads the way, 9 points clear from Lorenzo, and Rossi's first place puts him in 3rd spot. But guys, that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching the video. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below, and be sure to like and subscribe, and also consider joining the pit crew if you want to be part of the community. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.